Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Thursday night. It's 9 p.m. on the East Coast, and we are here with another Mike and Mish. What's going on, Mike?
Chilling, man. Chilling. What's up with you?
Oh, just another day in the army. Makes me want to just elbow people to death on a fucking daily basis. But here we are,
You
back
know all
again,
about that.
doing the shit that we love. We got a couple guests coming on tonight, both fighting October 23rd, just a couple days away in Wichita, Kansas at BKFC Wichita. We're going to talk to them in a minute. So let's do our shout outs real quick to our sponsors. Everybody pay attention to the bottom of the screen. Those are the links. Our sponsors are, of course, The Fighter's Friend. Go to www.fightersfriend.com. Use promo code MISH20. Buy yourself some medibles, some medicated vapes, some CBD rubs, some CBD creams, and all that good stuff. Buy yourself a hat while you're at it and rep the brand. But make sure you use promo code MISH20 when you buy your stuff to get 20% off your purchase. Then, if you want to get big and strong like Mike, go to Next Level Elite. Go to www.nextlevelsups.com/Mike and Mish. Use promo code MISH10 and buy yourself some proteins, test boosters, sleep aids, brain food, all that good stuff. Everything you need to get big and fit. And then finally, last but not least, our day one sponsor, Massage Therafix, Miss Jackie Holden. If you are a soldier or a veteran, go to www.holdenhandsmassage.com. Get yourself an appointment with Jackie Holden. She's the best in the business. And if you are not military, if you are not a veteran, that is okay. If you are a civilian, go to massagetherafix.com and book yourself an appointment with Jackie that way. And then last but not least, make sure you go to missionaccomplished.myshopify.com and buy yourself some cool shit. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Mike, what do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Our first guest of the evening are actually our only guests of the evening. We're going to have both of them on at the same time. We have Miss Jessica Link and Isaac Doolittle, who will both be making their walk to the BKFC ring. Isaac will be making a return. Jessica will be making her debut. We'll bring him right up right now. Here we go. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. I feel like I just saw you guys.
Right?
All right. So welcome to the show. This is the Mike and Mish show. We under Mission Accomplished. Glad to have you on. Glad to see you guys a couple days before your event in Kansas, fighting in your hometown. Correct?
Yes. I live here. He's about an hour and a half out of town, but yeah.
And I noticed that do you still train out of Dave Rickles' gym?
No, so Dave Rickles just opened his own gym. I have stayed where he started at, which is JMTK underneath Andy Zerger. I have not trained with him for this fight because Andy is about as good as you're going to get with Muay Thai, but he's not a boxer. So I've been working with my grappling coach on the clinch work still, and then I've actually been in another gym specifically just for boxing right now.
Outstanding. And how long have you two been together? Is this a new thing, or has this been going on a long time?
It's like the beginning of the year-ish.
Nice. And do you guys beat the shit out of each other?
Yeah, she beats me every day.
Yes.
Blink 3 times if you need help.
Yeah. There you go. That's awesome, man. And have you guys ever fought on a card together before?
Yes. In July.
July 31st.
Yep, July 31st, we were on a card together.
Was it MMA, boxing, Muay Thai?
I did MMA. He did Muay Thai.
I do not like Muay Thai.
You do not like Muay Thai?
No.
My guy was 6'5", and I blew out my knee less than 20 seconds in. So I was chasing a 6'5" guy for 3 rounds on one leg.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like a nightmare, man.
It was.
It looked as bad as it sounds.
Was that one of those like mixed type cards? Like you, Isaac, you fought in your first bare knuckle fight. You fought on a card where it was like boxing, bare knuckle, jiu-jitsu. There was like all these different fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying to get for this entire year. We've been trying to get a fight every month. Just trying to do some bare knuckle, trying to get more on my resume so that BKFC would take me back after I beat Boss Hog, and everybody would back out. And in July, we finally got somebody to actually, a few days before the fight, actually said he'd fight, but he'd only do kickboxing and we got him to do Muay Thai so I could clinch a little bit because I got short, stubby limbs. Him being 6'5", he could kick me across the ring.
Being 6'5", was his reach even more than the 10-inch reach disadvantage you had against Boss Hog?
Yeah, it was longer.
Jesus, man. Wow.
I'm the opposite. He's always the small one. I'm always the big one.
I was just gonna say that. So it's like he runs into the total opposite thing that you do because you must be the taller woman every time.
I am, because I'm almost 5'9", and at 125, I'm one of the tallest ones in my weight division, if not probably the tallest on any promotion I've been with.
Now is 125 like that's your weight class, or are you?
Yeah, I really don't walk around much heavier. I walk around at like 133, so I really don't have a big weight cut at all.
Yeah, and you're gonna have a pretty significant height advantage. I'm not sure about the reach. I always try to look up reach online, but it's hard to find reach on anybody. But I would imagine at 5'9" against her 5'4", you got a pretty good reach on her.
To put the reach into perspective, they measured Boss Hogs from knuckle to knuckle. They measured mine from fingertip to fingertip because they didn't want it to be too big of a spread.
No way.
Yeah. And when they measured our fists, they actually triple checked mine because the lady writing it down didn't believe it.
So are you saying that your fists are really big compared to like the length of your arms?
They're actually really small, and I think that's the reason that I haven't broken them in any of my fights, and all of my opponents have.
They're like little heat-seeking missiles.
They're literally like little needles.
Yeah, because you knocked down Boss Hog right in the first round, right?
I from what I was told, I broke his orbital socket, I broke his nose, I broke his jaw, I broke both of his hands, injured his shoulder, injured his elbow.
Jeez.
And most of that was done in the first round.
God.
No shit, man. And
that dude was tougher than nails. He came up like the Crypt Keeper and blew me a kiss with a broken jaw.
You see that a lot in bare knuckle, man. The people that step into these bare knuckle rings are too strong, too tough for their own good sometimes.
Oh yeah, because I knocked him down. I was like, good, it's going to be an early. Oh, this is going to be a long night.
Matter of fact, Jessica, your opponent for Saturday night, Mike and I were live in person for the Knucklemania fight, and when Taylor dropped her in the first round, we were like, "Oh shit, it's over."
She just got up,
and she stood up like the fucking Undertaker. She was just like,
yeah. So I'm prepared to go all 5 rounds. I don't want to. In and out. I told my coach, I was like, in and out. I don't even care how, just in and out. He was like, you mean you want to win? I was like, I don't care, in and out.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man.
Definitely game opponent for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've I'm sure you've studied the tape on Sigala, and you know that she will go all 5 rounds and she will go to a bloody war. So you're prepared for that.
Absolutely.
What is it about the bare knuckle game that drew you? Was it Isaac that brought you to the bare knuckle game, or was
no.
Were you interested before?
No. So there was it was supposed to be a toe the line card on October 9th, and one of the promoters who owns the gym that he trains out of, I've been on several of his shows over the years, and he's like, hey, yeah, I know you've been trying to get your pro debut. Do you want to do Muay Thai on this card? I'll find you an opponent. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's do that. And he called me, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months ago, and he's like, hey, do you want to do bare knuckle? I was like, why? He was like, because we're canceling the card for BKFC. It's going to be here, the 23rd. Do you want to do it? And I was like, okay.
And and that never came through, or
do what?
Did you end up doing it? I don't recall.
Well, no, they canceled that card for this BKFC card.
Oh, they canceled the toe the line.
Yeah,
okay.
They canceled it because they didn't want to do a toe the line and a BKFC back to back.
Oh, well, that's cool that they threw you on here and they threw you against somebody who's well known.
Well, she's not supposed to be my original opponent.
Really?
They gave me a list of people. Kleinbeck sent me a few names. He's like, hey, look at some video. Tell us what you think. Tell us who you want to fight. I picked a girl. She was also going to be a debut fighter. Her amateur record was 2-7. I looked at video. She was a little bit taller like me, and I thought it looked like it would be a fun fight. And then I got a call up from Nate Shook about a month ago, and he's like, hey, she had to drop out. Do you want to fight Sigala? And I'm like, okay. that's kind of been the theme of everything so far. It's just me going, okay.
Wow. I mean, you get a win over Sigala, even though she's 0-2, she's like really earned the respect of the entire bare knuckle industry,
Right.
with the 10 rounds of war that she's gone through.
Yeah,
So,
and that's how I'm looking at it. And I see, honestly, even if I go out there and I can hang all 5 rounds, even if I lose by decision, people are going to see my name. They're going to see, because this platform's huge. And that's one thing, I think that's the part I'm most anxious about, is this is a really big platform. I'm going from local shows. My biggest show I've been on is probably Dave Rickles' card. And then I got asked, hey, do this. And then it went from do this BKFC card to, oh, you're on the main card on the pay-per-view section. I was like, oh, wow. Okay.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Pretty awesome. And Isaac, you got Jay Jackson. Did you take a look at his debut fight? It happened to be like that night. I really thought that he had the most impressive knockout of the night, because it was a back and forth war between him and Damon Bell. Was it Damon Bell, Mike?
Yeah.
Damon Bell. They were both beating each other up pretty good, and then he hit him with that right hand, dropped him cold in that third round.
Yeah, because he got dropped in the first with an uppercut.
Right.
Yep. So when you take a look at Jay Jackson, are you impressed by what you see, or you're just going in there business as usual?
I mean, we've been studying him, seeing how he moves and everything. We've been preparing like we should, but if it goes 5 rounds, I'm ready to go 5 rounds. I'm in there to have fun, and we're going to swing at each other. If the man can last 5 rounds with him, I'm buying him a beer.
There you go.
And you guys,
I will give him the Boss Hog Award, and I reserve that for a man made of steel.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Jay Jackson is definitely a soldier when he's in there. I don't know if you ever saw the MMA fight that him and the other dude like knocked each other out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's like another thing. Like when we see him,
my hat's off to the dude. He is tougher than nails.
Right. So you guys secured the co-main, right? So that's also pretty awesome. How does that make you feel? You get the co-main. It's your second fight in BKFC, but you get the co-main, and you're under Julian Lane and Dave Rickles. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool in Wichita.
Yeah, I'm both excited for it. I'm one of the guys that likes to get in, do my work, get out. Now I have to sit stew in the back until
you're not the first person that said that. Like somebody else on that.
It won't be like Miami. I hope, right?
Yeah.
That Miami card went till 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's you always want it. You want to be the headliner. You want to be the big name, and then when you get there, you're just like, oh, I gotta wait.
You got 3 hours to sit around.
Oh God.
Yeah, the event that Mike was talking about, we were down there in Miami, and they had that power outage, and then there was like a 2-hour delay, and it went from like 6 o'clock at night to like 2:30 in the morning. By the time Joey Beltran and Shoemaker were fighting, it was like 1:30 in the morning.
That'd be exhausting.
Me and him, I thought I was going to have a heart attack from the amount of Tiger Life energy drinks I drank that night, because they were handing them out for free, and I just kept pounding them down. What concert are you guys at?
We're at Skillet. Skillet and Adelaide's Way, and then Eva Under Fire.
What kind of music? I'm not familiar with
it's rock music.
Rock music? Yeah.
Cover band, or they have their own music?
Oh, no. Look up Skillet. They're really good.
Skillet. I've heard of Skillet. The other one, what'd you say those?
Adelaide's Way. They've been around for a while. And then Eva Under Fire was the main opening band. We watched them. The second band's playing right now, but the first band was great. So we're having a good time.
Awesome.
There you go. Are you guys going in like in the pit and throwing elbows and shit?
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
She got close.
I used to I used to love that. My goal was show up an hour before the doors open, be on the rail, and that was about 10 years ago. And now I'm just like, you know what? Let's get some seats.
This is like the 4th concert I've been to. She's just like, you want to go? Yeah, sure.
Oh, wait, we're going to another one next week.
Yeah, I think that you made a pretty good decision about not getting into any kind of pit and throwing elbows 2 days before you actually fight for a paycheck.
Next week's a different story. I told him next week, don't expect to sit down because I'm going to have some fun.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome, man.
But at least we get to have food that weekend.
Yeah, we get to eat next weekend.
There you go. Yeah, of course. After strict diet for a couple. How long out did you guys start like your weight cuts? 2 weeks out.
Mine's about a 2-week cut.
Yeah, I started cleaning up my diet. I honestly kind of eat like trash. I started cleaning up my diet about a month ago, and then I cut calories about a week ago.
About a week ago. Yeah, it'll be nice to go out.
He doesn't know this, but we're going to Wingstop tomorrow.
There you go. after weigh-ins.
Nice.
There you go.
What's your go-to sauce?
Parmesan garlic.
Parmesan garlic. Isaac.
Honey barbecue.
And honey barbecue and flats or drums.
Either, as long as it's bone in.
Yeah, we do chicken wings.
We don't do chicken nuggets.
Those are very important questions.
That's for kids.
You don't eat dino bites?
Actually, those are delicious.
Just chicken dino bites or whatever they are? Oh, yeah, we make them all the time. I got one of those Ninja air fryers now. I advise everybody to.
I just got my first air fryer. It's amazing.
It's the best.
You're now officially an adult.
It's the best.
I'm an adult now.
Do you guys have any kids or anything? Do you have kids?
I do not.
I have one.
You have one? So the air fryer is one of the go-to things to get when you have a child, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken nuggets, French fries, fish sticks, all that shit. Just throw them in there.
I don't know. Most of the time when I have them, because all of my uncles and my cousins hunt, and they love to hunt, but they hate to clean the deer. So I go around and I pick them up. And for the longest time, my diet, because I had all this venison in the freezer, was just rice, venison, eggs, gravy. And he wouldn't eat any of his food. He'd just like grab at mine. And so that's what I fed him for most of the time.
Nice. That's fucking solid.
Hell yeah.
Now you guys are both from Kansas, like born and raised?
I've been here for, I've been in Kansas since I was like maybe in like second grade. So pretty much. Yeah.
My wife is from the Midwest. She's not from Kansas, but she's from North Dakota, or her family's from North Dakota and Minnesota and out there. And I went out there and visited them. Isaac, do you guys do they were making deer sausage, but then they were dipping it in like this clear syrup. Have you ever seen that, or is that a North Dakota thing?
I mean, usually I would. You'd have to tell me what it is, because there's a lot of sauces that you dip deer sausage.
It was like straight up like a syrup that you would put on.
Yeah, it could be that it's a. I've heard. I haven't really done it. I like barbecue sauce a lot better, but there are people basically will candy, put in sweets with the deer sausage.
I would say putting like syrup on your pancakes and sausage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of what it is. And they some other weird shit. They called it milk soup. You ever hear of that?
Sounds like a terrible place.
Yeah. It's
it does. That sounds like a terrible place.
Stay the fuck out of North Dakota.
Now, the problem that I always have is I try to dehydrate a lot of it for jerky.
Yeah.
And then it never gets off the food dehydrator. It just vanishes, and I can't figure out where it goes.
My dad does that shit too, and he used to make bags of jerky and sell them to people at his job.
I can't seem to get them into bags is the problem.
No, you just eat them right off the rack.
Right off the rack.
It's a hell of a beard you got going there, Isaac. That's very Viking style, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is fucking awesome. I like the bling you got going on at the bottom. I feel like you're about to fucking chop someone's head off soon.
Oh, trust me. Every time she looks at me, I go, "Eyes up here! Don't be staring at my dangly bits."
I don't like the dangly bits because the last day we sparred, he didn't take his beads out of his beard, and I punched one of his beads, and I said lots of words.
It's a defense mechanism, and she didn't like my defense mechanism.
No.
And you got when you were working on like the clinch game, were you like grinding your beard in like her fucking mouth and shit?
Gross. It's gone in my mouth. It's gross.
I grate it all the way until it's just.
It's still
here.
Gross.
I only have one rule when I'm training at the gym with all the people there, and that's don't grab the beard. And one of the new guys, he's heard me say it like 7 times. He just reached up and just.
Oh man!
And I stared at him in surprise for a second, and then I introduced him to pancrase. And my coach is always on the mat when you're rolling until something goes wrong, and then he gets up and he wanders away because he is no longer responsible.
So he was just what was he like? The new guy just wanted to like start some shit.
He's been there for a few months, but I literally was mounted, and he just looks up and just.
Oh man!
Big open hand to his ear.
You just cup him right in the fucking ear. That's awesome, man. Well, you guys seem ready. You seem in good spirits for sure. You're not the type you guys unless you have the best poker faces in the world. You're not the angry weight cut type, are you?
This cut's been easier for me. I'll probably rage in the morning when we're in the sauna, though. Okay. That's usually when my rage comes out.
I used to cut to 170, so this is nice and easy.
Oh yeah. See, like we even hesitate to ask people this close to weigh-ins to come on the show, but we were like, you know what? She's new to BKFC. Isaac hasn't fought in a while, so like maybe we can get the two of them on here. And if they say no, then fuck it, we won't. You know, we'll go a different route. But you guys are nice.
Talk to you afterwards.
Yeah, very cool.
I have a question now. How do you guys feel like about being on the same card? Like if, you know what I mean? How you're on earlier. Now, it happened before to Joey Beltran where, and I'm not saying you're going to lose, Jessica, so please don't make it seem like I am. But you know, the outcome you don't know. Like, of course you want to win and everything, but how do you think that would affect you? Because, you know, we've seen even in the UFC too, we've seen brothers fight. And I feel like it has to have an effect on the person afterwards that their loved one went in. And even if you win and you get injured and you're worried, it's something
he doesn't want to watch. He doesn't want to watch my fight because of that. Like he's like, I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch it. So he's gonna be in the back focusing on him, and that's okay. He said he might look at watch on the screen a little bit, but he said he doesn't want to watch.
I will celebrate with her afterwards. I'll be sitting there going, yeah, and she goes. And if she wants to tell me that she lost, I'll be like, there was 30 ninjas in there with you. So
right, he's just gonna make up stories and make it all good.
That's cool.
But I really don't doubt it because
you guys are ready.
The girl's tough, but she's got reach on her and she's got footwork, and I'm not worried about it.
Right, and
good answer.
Like we were talking about earlier, you and Taylor Starling have sort of. You're a little taller than Taylor, but you both have sort of the same height and length that on Sigala. Right. So you can watch that Taylor Starling fight and get a good idea on how to approach this one, right?
Right, and I watched her like that one, and then her Pro Gonzalez fight. Like honestly, watched them both quite a few times. My coach has watched them both quite a few times, and just it kind of gave us a really good feel for how she responds to taller fighters. And so we had a lot to work with. I mean, since they both went the distance on both of them, it was good for me. And I think my biggest asset for this whole thing is going to be the fact there's no video footage of me online. If you Google me, there's 2 things that pop up. One is my very first kickboxing fight ever. The other was a smoker fight that I did with a guy. So there's no video of me in recent years. So I think that is going to be a huge advantage for me because I feel like I'm probably underestimated, not just by her, but just by a lot of people in general. I'm probably going to be underestimated.
The only one that I saw was I was looking up your fights, and like you said, there wasn't a lot to find. I think her name was Holly Woodward or Haley Woodward.
Haley Woodward. Yep, that was my very first kickboxing fight.
And Dave Rickles was the host.
Yes,
and
he was the host in his really fancy suit. Yep.
Yeah, he had his like leopard print suit on. Yep. He was the host. He was the ring announcer. He was
my corner from across the room because he had a few beverages and he helped me from across the room.
You know, it's funny that you say that because the way he announced you cracked me up because he was like, he announced who you were. And then like, usually they're like at 5'9", 130 pounds out of Wichita, Kansas, Jessica Link. He was like in the blue corner, Jessica Link. She's 5'9", 130 pounds. She fights out of Wichita. Like he did it totally backwards, like normal ring announcers would have done. So he had a little weird style there that night.
I don't know what happened. Your audio got really, really crackly.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Let's see, is it both of you or just you?
Hey, what's up? I'm here.
Oh no, it's both of you. I don't think it's them. It might be my phone.
Uh-oh.
Do you guys want to go out, come back in?
Yeah, you both sound like you're in a tunnel now.
I'll send you a message. Hold on one second.
I can kind of make out what you're saying. If we go around the corner to a quieter spot real quick, I think we'll be okay. But
Okay.
yeah, you sound like you're in a tunnel. Here, let's go over here. Here, we'll go on a tour.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
do
the tour
with these two, and then
I see a little fancy hanging plant there, some chandeliers, some beautiful golden curtains.
We'll see if you can hear us over here.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with you guys too. You got a concert to get back to, so.
Oh, look, we have here. Well, okay. Let's
All
see.
right, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Let me shut it off. Shut the sound off and turn it back on.
All right.
That's
We'll do a speed round with these guys and let them get back to their concert. What do you say, Mike?
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. We got some good questions in the hopper.
Volume wise, I hear you making noise, but it sounds like you're in a tunnel and it's all staticky. I can't really. That's unfortunate. I will say. Actually, can you send the link to Isaac and he can join us?
Can you
Hold on, I can get this. Keep talking and we'll get this through in 1 second.
They're at the Skillet concert. That is AO Fraud back.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, how are you?
So I'm not gonna lie, I definitely dropped my phone in the shower yesterday, so that might be why it just cut out and did something stupid.
Oh, you didn't do the box of rice or whatever the trick is?
I didn't, but it recovered pretty well, so I thought we were okay. But I can hear you guys now.
All right, cool. That's awesome. Well, you know what? We're keeping you from the concert. So what we're going to do here, we do a fun thing called the speed round here. We ask some off-the-wall questions. We'll throw your sponsors up along the bottom. We'll have 5 quick questions for you, and then we'll let you get back to the concert. What do you think about that? All right, let's throw your sponsors up at the bottom. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the speed round with Jessica Link and Isaac Doolittle, who will be fighting October 23rd at BKFC Wichita. Here we go. Number 1, what is the dumbest way you've ever been injured? We'll start with you, Jessica.
So actually, my most recent injury is probably the dumbest. I was a delivery driver and I jumped out of my work truck because I was in a hurry and the concrete was about 3 inches uneven and I completely snapped my ankle about 3 places. I severed the tendon, and the best part is when I was crumpled up on the ground yelling, an old man walks out and goes, "Are those my packages?" Yeah, that was good. That was literally the week after my fight. I fought in July with him on that card. The very next day, I did a jiu-jitsu tournament, and then I went to. Oh, that's right. It was the one before. But either way, the next day I did a jiu-jitsu tournament, and then I went to work and completely, permanently damaged my ankle.
Jesus, how long was the recovery from it? 10
weeks.
weeks.
No, it's not. I have permanent damage from it.
Well, at least you're not kicking anybody in your fight.
Right. That's another reason I was excited for BKFC, because I don't have to use my feet right now. I still have not been released from the doctor, and that was in April.
Damn.
Jesus. Okay. Well, that's interesting to me.
He knows I'm fighting, though. He bought tickets to my last fight, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's awesome. Isaac, what's the dumbest way you've ever hurt yourself?
It was literally this last fight. I kicked the guy, and 20 seconds into the fight, tore my ACL and my meniscus.
On a kick.
One kick. And then I went 2 3/4 rounds more before he kicked out my other leg.
You guys have much less dumb injuries than Mike or myself would have
Well,
said.
so I used to work corrections, and I was trying to think of some of my injuries from that because those are just ridiculous. But this one was definitely by far the most damage I've done.
There you go. All right, number 2, Mike.
What is something you do every day but you cannot stand doing it?
Going to the gym.
Really? You hate it?
Some days I hate it a lot.
Isaac?
Right now, it's the same thing. Like I said, I've been in fight camp literally since January. We're only supposed to do 6 months. That's why they think my knee blew out with the kick is that much overtraining.
Yeah, overtraining will fuck you up, man.
It's been 9 months of just balls to the walls. We get like a couple days break before they're like, hey, you're gonna fight again. Okay.
And then the fight falls through.
And then the fight falls through. I would imagine this is a very regular thing over the last year and a half with the pandemic and everything. Like we
for him especially.
We've had over 12 fight shows get canceled for me, and over 42 opponents either say yes and then no later, or just sign a contract and not show up.
Jesus.
Oh, I was there. Yeah, there was a card. It was I was on Lion Fight. It was the Lion Fight undercard. It was nearby. It was about an hour away. I drove out there with my coach and some people to watch because one of my other coaches was on the card, and he's there to fight, and his opponent just didn't show up. He went to jail.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
He was out of jail. He just did not take the flight.
Jesus Christ! We've been hearing stories of this over like the last year of back to back 5 fight camps in a row, fights falling through.
Crystal Pittman.
Crystal Pittman said she was in 5 straight fight camps, and
I guess I'm lucky then because I haven't had that happen yet.
Well,
you really hate the gym.
Here we go. Number 3, all-time favorite Halloween candy.
The Reese's Pumpkins.
There you go.
Reese's again.
Isaac.
Reese's peanut butter cups. It doesn't matter what they are.
The pumpkins have like chocolate on the outside. They're better.
That's 5 guests now.
That's 5 guests in a row that we have asked what is your favorite Halloween candy, and every single one of them has said, that Reese's or the Reese's Pumpkins. Those things are good, man. I steal them out of my kids' pillowcases too.
The creams, the eggs, they're fantastic.
They are delicious.
Every time my child comes home with this haul, that's the only thing he's missing.
Yeah. My wife brought home some candy the other day, and it was a Reese's a Reese's pumpkin, but inside the pumpkin was like bits of Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Oh.
And,
I don't eat a lot of candy, but sometimes it sounds good, and that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten all day, so everything sounds good right now.
That's right.
So you got to, and you know what? You can go out trick or treating with your friends.
Yeah.
We were gonna dress up. Maybe we'll go trick or treating.
There you go. Just give me some candy.
Right.
Number 4, Mike.
If you had to pick a horror movie to come to life, which one would you pick?
I had a gut reaction response to that, but I feel like it's a bad one. But I was gonna say Pet Sematary. That's probably.
See, I'm not much of a horror, but I would do for more video games. Bloodborne.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good game.
I would have that come to life in a heartbeat. That's my favorite.
That's your favorite game all time? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah,
that game's fantastic. It really is. So you like the Dead Souls?
I'm beating them all.
You know what movie I immediately thought of, and I'm not even sure if it's a horror movie or not, but The Purge. I feel like America could use a Purge. Once a year.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah, me too. I've been asking for one for a while. All right, last question. What is the scariest in the mood of Halloween here? What is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you?
Okay, the first we're not gonna go in the first one. That's a buzzkill. I'm trying to think of number 2.
Like, you ever have like some creepy fucking person following you somewhere, or someone at your house late night or something that you didn't know?
Like I mentioned a little bit ago, I used to work corrections, so honestly, I used to have people follow me, and then it became just really, are we doing this again?
I lead a boring life. The only one I can think of is like when I first bought my house and I was trying to repair it, put the HVAC in. I didn't realize that it was Halloween, so kids came up to my front door, and I'm sitting there handing them like MREs and whatever literal thing I can find. And their dads are just staring at me like, what are you giving my child?
You were opening the MREs out and giving them like the packets out of the MREs?
Yes, that's all I had.
Oh wait, I have one for scary, I guess. So you know how like in 2-lane highways, every now and then they have the passing lane on them? So I was passing a semi in one. I had my windows down, and the semi's tire blew as I was passing, and it like flew into my car and like bounced around. I probably literally could have like lost my face because that has
Holy shit.
But that was terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds pretty terrifying.
It was awful. I was seriously maybe like 20, and it's still terrifying.
Jesus Christ, that is terrifying. I mean, I might have a little poo-poo in the pants there.
Yeah.
Lifelong effect. Passing semis, like my window goes up.
Mine's gonna start going up.
It's terrible.
Wow, that is crazy.
That is.
Isaac, were you in the military?
No, I was not. I was denied. I tried to go to Air Force, went to MEPS, and then they said I was too blind.
Oh yeah, he's more blind than I am.
Oh, okay. Too blind. Oh, all right.
I am literally. I've had 4 people at MEPS tell me that I was the blindest they'd ever seen, and my own optometrist, who I've known since I was a little kid, has still never seen anybody worse than me.
I've watched him try and look at his phone without his contacts in, and he literally it's literally that. That's really what it is.
I was gonna say don't trust anybody at MEPS, but damn.
Yeah,
so LASIK wouldn't help?
I am so far out. My diopter is so high that because LASIK generally stops at 11 to 12. I'm a 14 on one eye and 15 on the other.
What the fuck? Wow, man. And you're in there professionally fighting. That's
I'm most likely a candidate for it. My coach has actually been begging me for years to get my eyes fixed because I fight blind. I don't wear contacts. I don't have the best depth perception because of it, but I've been doing it for so long that way that I've adapted. I've gotten used to it. I know what things look like. But I can see actually about as far as you guys are from my face, about an arm's length. Even that's a little bit blurry.
You just hit the blurry thing in front of you.
Oh, yeah. I've had contact break in my eye. I've had contact break in my eye. I've had one fall out, stepped on it, and I'm pretty cheap too. So as soon as it fell out, I'm like, that's $500. I'm in the corner asking my coach. It was for the amateur title for BFC, and I'm just like, where is it? He's like, forget about it. Just fight. I'll buy you another one.
Jesus.
He never bought me another.
They're $500 a piece. That's absurd.
My God. I mean, we have even more respect for you guys right now, going in there fighting blurry figures in front of you.
I fought a 9-0 guy without my contacts. He was nice. He had black or white UFC on his gloves, and he was nice enough to put white tape on his ankles. He was a black guy against a black crowd, against a black cage on a black canvas. So I literally would just flinch when I saw white near my face.
Damn.
Jesus.
And I took him down, mounted him all 4 rounds in a row, and then in the middle of the 5th round, my coach is like, "You're going to have to just charge him because he's taking the tape off of his ankles."
He was tired of getting beat up.
I literally just because I apparently almost knocked him out twice, but I thought he was retreating, and my whole corner is jumping up and down, screaming at me. So last round, I literally came out, touched gloves, grabbed him, picked him up, slammed him down, and held on.
Wow, that's really amazing that you guys both deal with that stuff. And you know what, we wish you the best of luck on Saturday. I wanted to ask you one last thing before we go. The open scoring system, are they going to have that on Saturday night?
They've used it so far every night, or every time. I think I like it quite a bit. I've actually I know all the commission guys. They've brought me in to help, like on some of the LFA shows. I've helped do the open scoring. It's a really cool system that they have. We go up, we show each corner's designated a worker, and we go up, we show them the tablet. They can see what the scores are round per round. It's really cool.
I don't know what Kansas only thing. I don't know what. Yeah, what you're gonna say.
We were the first ones to do it. I want to say I saw another state doing it recently who adopted it, but we were the first state to do it.
I like it a lot.
I don't know why every state doesn't adopt that. That's
it's
freaking awesome.
If like, especially doing 5 rounds, if I'm up 4-0 in the last round, I know I can just stay safe. I can play it safe. I don't have to get crazy. I can relax and just not get self hurt.
And vice versa. If you know you're down, right? If you know
Right.
you're
Yeah,
down,
it helps if you know you're down on the flip side too. You know, hey, I'm
you
not
gotta
going to
kick it
win
up
by
a
decision.
notch.
I've got to go.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Isaac?
It also helps against hometown heroes because there's a lot of times where I've fought and gone to decision and I can brutalize the guy. He gets split decision win.
Yeah, it's I love the open scoring system. I love that idea. They've been talking about it for years in every freaking promotion out there, but nobody ever did it. And then the first time I think I ever saw it happen was the first event that you fought on BKFC. That was the one where
BKFC 13, I think.
13 was that
Yeah,
the
in Salina, I think Rickles was on the card and Nico Hernandez. That one.
It helped me quite a bit because he did a lot of punishment to my ribs, and at the very end, my coach is like, "We're winning. You just
That's awesome.
stay right out of reach and come in, do what you need to do, but we don't need to knock him out. We just need to win."
Yeah, that's amazing, and I really feel like that would help fighters in every state. With that said, and I'm going to give you guys both an opportunity to shout out anybody you want to shout out, and then we'll let you get back to your concert. And then, obviously, best of luck to you guys on Saturday. So go ahead, Jessica, shout out your sponsors, whoever you want to shout out, and then same to you.
My coaches have been fantastic. Ross Purity and Manny Mraz, they are my favorite humans on the planet right now. And then my sponsors have been awesome. They helped me pay for this fight camp. I don't know if you've ever trained with a former heavyweight world boxing champion. It's not cheap. So my sponsors help pay for that. Supplement HQ, the Health Connection, Hickory Stick Barbecue. They have been fantastic. Who else do I have? Sunshine Designs makes all my clothes for me. They always take care of that. Everyone has been great. We State Waste Removal, Jeremy and Son Plumbing, and I think I actually got them all.
Yeah, outstanding.
And
job.
we have them down at the bottom scrolling too as you're talking. So.
Yeah, so everybody can read along as you're showing.
Duck One Hide Soap Company.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't tell the owner I forgot him.
Nah, you didn't forget him. His name was on the screen the whole time you were talking.
There you go.
And then here comes Isaac's.
Mine is, I want to do a shout out to Gov Planet, to Defense Midwest LLC with Buck Petticourt. Now I'm drawing a blank.
Mm-hmm.
I put yours down there now too. So
he owns 2 of those. So
excuse you.
Let me guess which ones. Do you own the beard one? Yep. And Jekyll and Hyde soap?
I'm a biochemistry major, so I got to do something with it.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go. That's awesome, man. And anybody else you want to shout out real quick?
My coaches, Marcus Barrett, Timothy Lambert, my best friend Kim Morris, my girlfriend here. I mean, what? So my little kid Kyle. I may be trading the weekend, but I'll get it back later.
Oh,
we'll go do some fun things.
Oh wait, I have one real quick. My stepdad Arlie, he fronted me all the money to pay for my training camp. He fronted me a fat check to pay Ross up front. And because of that, if you guys look during the fight, look at the back of my shorts, there's going to be a picture of just a really goofy looking dude giving a really stupid thumbs up. That is my stepdad. I put his face on my shorts and he doesn't know it.
Oh,
nice.
That's
Nice.
fantastic. I love it. All right, awesome. Thank you guys for coming on. Best of luck Saturday night against both of your opponents. Wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
All right, you guys go have fun at your concert.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
See ya. Yeah, buddy. They were very cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. At first, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to hear them or not because the background was kind of loud being at the concert and all, but they came through pretty clear. So clear enough to follow conversation for 42 minutes, right? So that was good.
Yeah, that was awesome. Big shout out to them. They're fighting both people that we've talked to several times. So, best of luck to all 4 of them competitors in the squared circle on Saturday. I wish them all the best. But you guys know what time it is, right? Mike, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Oh, it's everybody's new favorite thing. It's time for the Stoonod of the Week. Hey,
don't touch that oven. It's hot, you Stoonod.
Mike, we got a lot of fucking Stoonod possibilities this week. First up on the docket of possible Stoonod fucking morons of the world, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna nominate Mark Zuckerberg who is talking about merging Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp and changing the name to something new because why? They like to break things that aren't. I mean, they like to fix things that aren't broken. The guy's a fucking moron. There's billions of people that make shitloads of money off of Instagram, and now it's going to fuck them all over. That's the first nominee. Up next, who do we got over there in the corner? That fat guy with the microphone in his hand.
So earlier, I was looking at this fat guy with the microphone on my phone, and I had to zoom in, and I saw him, and I said, okay, I see UFC. I said, oh man, maybe I missed something on like some conference. Now I'm going to have to go search for it. And then as I'm about to back out of the picture, I went, wait a second. That's Paulo Acosta. That's a fat Paulo Acosta. Look at that dude. Yeah, way overweight. He's coming in hot with that weight.
Mike.
What's he, 280?
He showed up at fight week. 26 pounds over the 185-pound limit. You fucking stunad fat bastard. What are you doing? Showing up 26 pounds 3 days before saying you can't make weight. You're supposed to be a professional. Yeah, Joe Ivy
What happened to this guy?
What happened? He went 13-0. He got his ass whooped by Izzy, and then next thing you know, he's fucking
I was drunk on wine.
Yeah, he's choking down
now
wine.
He's drunk on food.
Now
he's had a little too many skillets.
Fucking goddamn corn dogs, the dickhead. That's a stunad, says Joe Ivy. Next up on the nominations list, the Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I nominating the Miami Dolphins? Because that shitbag organization was like, you know what? We're just not that good. You know what we can do to make ourselves better? Let's make a trade for a guy who's got 22 counts of sexual assault against women pending against his ass. Deshaun Watson. We'll go trade for him. And you know what? It's only a matter of the league approving the trade, and Deshaun Watson and all 22 sexual assault charges against him will be going to the fucking Miami Dolphins. Good job, Miami.
With their
stunads.
Yeah, with their with their lost first round pick from giving it away in the draft for next year, and then also they're horrible because they went from 10-6 to 1-5, and their only win was by 1 point. They suck, and you know what? I'm glad because they're my least favorite team in the entire league. Yeah. So thank you, Miami Dolphins, for being a bunch of stunads.
And our last, I threw a couple up at the top that are just regular old stunads. You know, you got Sleepy Joe.
Some from leftover from last week.
Yeah, no, well, I put
that they moved up to the top.
They did. They're the front runners from last week. So you know what I did? And I threw Kodak Black up there because he likes to freely talk about how he smokes PCP, that fucking retard. So the last nominee on the list, Mike, who is that guy down there in the corner holding that drink?
I think that's angry Conor McGregor. I mean, this guy has so much money. I've never seen somebody so friggin' angry about having so much money. Like, he's got so much money. People are just like, people just want to be with him all the time. You know, he could do whatever he wanted. He's got a Lamborghini boat, not a car, Lamborghini boat. Okay. This guy wants to punch everyone in the face for some reason. He's got huge problems. He's throwing dollies. He's jumping over MMA cages and slapping referees. He's punching old men at bars. What else is he doing? Breaking phones. He's fucking punching a DJ in fucking Italy.
Oh, he punched the DJ in Italy. He also
sexual harassment.
He harassed Poirier's wife, saying that she's up in the DMs. He says he's gonna kill Poirier in the ring. Now, with all those nominees, Mike, the winner of Stunad of the Week and the Mike and Mish Show. Here we go. Could it be anybody else, really? Ladies and gentlemen, can it be anybody else? The guy's got $500 million in the bank, and he's out here punching Italian fucking DJs in the face. Why? For no fucking reason at all.
He's very charitable. He likes to give money away. This guy is going to be poor within the next 10 years for just beating the shit out of everybody. So there's going to be... He's very charitable. He's going to just make a whole bunch of people rich. It's great. It's a great thing he's doing.
You know what he did? So
you can have my house anytime.
I read the article, right? This guy, his name was Francesco Feccinetti or something like that, this Italian DJ, right? So he was partying, him and his wife were partying with Connor and Dee Devlin for hours after Connor and Dee had their son baptized at the fucking Vatican, right? So it's a happy day. Everybody's out having a good time, having drinks. This guy says, Connor says to him, let's go to another party. He says, okay. Connor punches him in the face and breaks his fucking nose. What?
Yeah,
So,
there's got to be more to the story, right? Or maybe not.
I don't know, man. And the guy says, we were having a good time for 2 hours, having drinks, having a good time. He invited us to another party. I said, yeah, let's go. And he punched me in the face and knocked me over a table, broke his nose and busted his lip. Like you said, there must be more to the story, but like, you think the guy made eye contact with Connor when he said, yeah, let's go? And Connor was like, you trying to fucking fight, bro?
Yeah. He was all coked up.
Yeah. Why you
what did you say to me?
Yo, don't look me in the eye, motherfucker.
What I was thinking was if he said, do you want to go to another party? That he's like, this isn't good enough for you, my party? What I'm doing here? I'm not putting on a good enough performance for you right now. You don't want to be with someone else, you know? What the fuck is wrong?
You know what?
Like, I just picture like $1 million just stuck to his fist, and like every time he punches somebody in the face, it like gets stuck to their face. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, oh shit, look, there's $1 million on his face.
Joe Ivy says he can punch me in the face for that Lambo. But
hell yeah, he can.
That's what Mike said earlier. Mike was like, I wish he'd punch me in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I'll take the fucking LED lights right out of the fucking floor of that thing. I don't give a shit. I want something for that from that fucking Lambo boat.
Yeah. So Francesco says that he is suing Conor McGregor, not because he said at first he wasn't going to press charges. Liar. I wasn't going to press charges. Liar. Fucking liar. You were going to, the second that punch was coming toward your face, you had dollar signs.
He probably dove into it. If he even saw that thing coming, he was probably like trying to put his face in the direction of it. Like, oh my God, I hope he doesn't miss. Oh, like I would. Oh yeah, man. I would fall so hard too. Like, I just smashed my head on the ground. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. So he says, his wife says,
he fractured my cranium.
Hey, his wife says, ladies and gentlemen, Conor will be in Italy until October 26th. So if you see him, stay away from him. Don't go near him. Don't ask for autographs because he is an unstable and dangerous person.
Wait,
and
what?
That is what Francesco's wife says.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then Francesco says, I took the punch for nothing. That punch could have gone to anyone, my friends, my wife, my other friends. That's why I have decided to sue Conor McGregor, because he is a violent and dangerous person.
What a noble, honorable man.
He
took that punch for his friends.
Yes.
I would do the same thing.
He's falling on the sword for everybody in the world that is in the danger of the hands of Conor fucking McGregor.
Yeah.
Stunad of the week. Hey.
God.
You guys, what do you guys think about Stunad of the week t-shirts?
I think it sounds great. Oh, you're not asking me. Sorry.
Oh, dude, I think it's fucking great. We had some really good nominees this week. Kodak Black. Kodak Black is the picture of what's wrong with hip hop music today, because this dude is making fucking millions of dollars. He's fresh out of jail. And then he's like freely talking about how he smokes PCP and how his 60-year-old, it was something about his goddaughter who's 17 dating a fucking 60-year-old. And he's like, no problem with that. Happens in my family all the time.
Oh,
you fucking Stunad.
What an idiot.
What an absolute.
You know what?
Idiot.
He ain't those island boys, though, that, whatever the hell the name of these guys. We got to take this clip. I'll try to remember to pull a clip of these really ridiculous singer, rapper, whatever the hell they are. Anyways, that's for next week.
That's for next week. With that said, it is a quick show tonight. Thank you guys so much for always tuning into our show and having a good time with us. We've been pulling a lot of guests lately and going a lot of hours. Every time we end a show and we say goodnight to you guys, and then me and Mike do our after action report with each other fucking after the show, we're like, God damn, bro. 2 hours and 45 minutes. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Man, we just went for 3 hours and 15 minutes. How the hell did that happen?
I know,
Tonight,
it's crazy sometimes.
yeah, we're keeping it under an hour. Mike and I have a 3-day training this weekend with the military. It's going to be a shit show, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that it runs right. Right, Mike?
That's right. And it's going to run nice and smoothly. We're going to get everything done, and then we're going to be fine, and we'll be here next Wednesday.
Yeah. We're gonna
right where we are right now.
We're gonna look like goddamn rock stars this week. Make sure you guys are liking and sharing everything and subscribing to the YouTube channel and getting all your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And make sure you go to missionaccomplished.myshopify.com and buy some merch. With that said, good night to all you, Mike.
Peace.
Peace.